Let's take a couple of minutes and we'll walk through the tuner functions on Pioneer's DEH-X4700BT. So to get to the AM/FM tuner, I'm just going to touch the source button here until we see radio come up in the screen. And that is my AM/FM tuner. The first thing we want to do is create a radio station preset. And this radio gives me 18 FM radio station presets. I have 6 right across the bottom here on FM band number 1. If I press the band button, I go to FM band number 2. That gives me 6 more radio station presets. Press the band button again. I get FM 3 with 6 more radio station presets. Press the band button again. I go to AM, and this gives me 6 radio station presets on AM. Touch band one more time, and I come back to my original FM number 1. So let's create a radio station preset here. We're going to tune in a radio station, and we can use the arrow up and down keys here. We can touch the button one time to tune to the next available frequency. And if we press and hold the arrow button for a moment, we will scan and lock onto a strong radio signal. So once we found a strong radio signal like 89.3, if I want to put that in radio station preset number 3, all I have to do is press and hold that button for a few seconds until it stops flashing on the screen. And now I've created 89.3 as radio station preset number 3 on FM band number 1. Let's take a look at some of the functions built into the AM/FM tuner. Press in on the volume control, and we're going to roll over until we find the function menu. Here's the function menu, and press enter. The first thing we see here is BSM, or Best Stations Memory. To activate Best Station Memory, just press in on the volume control. Now the tuner will scan through the entire FM dial and lock in the 6 strongest radio stations that you're receiving right now. This is great for a road trip when the radio stations become weak. Best Stations Memory works on FM bands 1, 2, and 3 and the AM band. Let's touch in on the volume control again. And we'll roll over to our next setting. Let's function. Our next setting is local, and right now local is turned off. I can touch in on the volume control to switch local on to level number 1. And when I use the arrow buttons here to seek to the next radio station, I press and hold for a moment. With local turned off, the system will stop on almost every noise on the dial, even the very weakest radio stations. With local turned on to level number 1, it'll start to filter out some of those weak radio stations. When I go up to local level number 2, 3, or 4, now only the very strongest radio stations that you're receiving right now will stop the radio as it scans by when we press and hold the buttons here. So we'll leave that on local level number 4 for right now. We'll go back and let's see, roll over to our next function, which is our seek mode. Right now we're in a manual seek mode, and that means when I press these buttons here, I seek to the next available radio frequency or to the next available radio station if I press and hold. If I change the seek mode to preset channels, now when I touch these buttons, I'll jump between my preset channels, either up or down. And we'll switch that back to manual seek for right now. At any time, you can exit this menu by pressing the band button. I can change the information that's displayed on the screen by pressing the display button right here.